Shut up, be quiet. Shh. Shut up, stop crying. Shh. You don't wanna, you don't wanna, you don't wanna, you don't wanna.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be listening to me from. I hope you are in good health, and I hope this year is treating you well. I am great, and I thank God for my life. I thank God that I'm here, and I thank God that I can talk to you. Welcome to Nyabohanse channel. This is the home of information. For my returning subscribers, thank you very much for coming back to my channel. For those who are listening to me for the first time, welcome. Please listen up to the very end. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and please share. So, like I said, I am good. I am grateful. I appreciate all of you. And I know that you have my back. I know the trending topic in nyabohanse right now is Percy. But I'm not going to talk about Percy today. I'm going to talk about something very, very, very different. Let me start by asking you a question. Is there a time when you have agreed with your enemy or your opponent? I know there must be a time like that, but very rarely, because usually we are standing on the opposite sides of the divide, and our opinions differ, and we don't agree. But ladies and gentlemen, today, for once, in one of those very rare moments, I'm going to agree with my opponent. I'm going to agree with the naysayers. For those of you who watched White Beauty TV, White Cosmetic Lady TV, and Granny Coco, right now they're in the UK, enjoying Marwa money, traveling with Marwa money, and having a good time courtesy of Marwa money. So Marwa, you see, you are doing good things in this world. You are touching lives, you are changing lives. You have made it possible for these women who would not have gone to the UK to travel to the UK because they have made money calling your name every single day. Like you said, you are fine with that because they are making money for their children. I agree with you. So these two women in the UK yesterday came out and castigated the Kenyan reactors. You know the Kenyan reactors I'm talking about. Their own famous reactors that they are always agreeing with. This time they came out and made a whole video castigating these Kenyan reactors. I laughed my heart out and said to myself, this time, White Cosmetic TV and Granny Coco, you have hit the nail on the head. Because according to them, the Kenyan reactors are weak, are greedy, hypocritical, and have no stand of their own. And I agree with them. I agree with them. Which reactors are they talking about? The same reactors they created. The negative reactors whose job is to talk about Marwa every day. These are the same reactors they are now castigating and calling greedy, hypocritical, and without a stand. And this is exactly what we have been saying over and over again, time and time immemorial, that these negative reactors are greedy. They want to build mansions like Marwa's in one day. They want to buy land in one day. They want to have I don't know what in one day. They want to be rich in just one day. This is exactly what we have been saying. Yet these two women never came out to condemn this. They have been supporting these people. If you go to these people's channels or live, you will find Granny Coco Mama's comments. You will find White Cosmetic TV comments every single day. There is no time they ever came to their channels to castigate these greedy people, because they created them. They created them for a reason, to serve their purpose. Let's just go through some of these things. First of all, Granny Coco recruited Max. When Max lied about his status, that he had no job, what did Granny Coco do? They supported him. They supported him 100%. When fellows scammed Sir Edward, which one of these negative reactors came out to condemn it and tell him off? None. How about when Masuba was scamming that Jamaican with that girl, cheating him that he has a girlfriend for him, that he has rented a house, etc., and making money from that man? Did any one of them come out to condemn Masuba? No. And how about when it turned out that Mad Max and Ernest were scamming their they call it donatus, their donators? How come none of them ever came out to castigate these people and tell them what they are doing was wrong? The only person who came out and made a video about Mad Max was the Carrot. Why? Because Mad Max had exposed her on YouTube and talked about her. That's why she came out and made a video. In fact, she made a live with the Kung Fu Fanta about Mad Max. And she talked about how she had got Mad Max donators and how the donors were giving him money, and then he started harassing them. That's why they stopped. So all these people have been scamming people, greedy people, hypocrites with no stand at all. They followed the money. And these two Nigerian women dangled the money to them, and they fell for it. And how about when it came out that these two Nigerian women were getting donations from left, right, and center, including from the famous fruits? Did any one of these women come out and castigate them? No. It is the positive reactors who discovered this and talked about it. They hid in their little corners and pretended that they were investigating. As usual, the way Carrot says. She's still investigating up to today. Even that thing of Sir Edward, she's still investigating. But what can we say? This is what happens when you allow yourself to be used. When you allow yourself to be used without knowing why you are being used, you will be used, you will be used. When your user is tired with you, she will kick you out and tell you how useless you are. And that's exactly what Granny Coco and White Cosmetic TV is doing. Like Granny Coco said, where she has reached now, she doesn't care whether she ends up with only 5 subscribers or only 5 people watch her. She doesn't care, because she has already built enough subscribers from Marwa. Therefore, she doesn't care about these little boys of Nyabohanse who are just running around doing nothing, making noise. She doesn't need you anymore. She has used you to achieve her purpose. She has built her channel to the point where now she can go to the UK and go wherever without you. So who are you? You see, you allow yourself to be used by 2 women from Nigeria. You do not know what their agenda was, yet you agreed to be used. So, shame on you. You are told if you say bad things about Marwa, you will get 500 shillings or 1,000 shillings, depending on who you are. And for greedy people like you, you run, you chase the 1,000 shillings and take it and start talking about your own neighbor who has done nothing to you. Then later on you discover the 500 cannot build a mansion for you, because how many 500 shillings do you need to build a mansion like Marwa's? Many 500 shillings. 500 shillings can only buy you bread and sugar. It cannot even buy you cement. So you discover this money is too little and you start demanding for more. You see? You don't want to work, you want shortcut. But the money, the shortcut, the person who's cutting the shortcut will give you is so little it won't even help you. Unless you are passy and you know how to sell things online, and you know how to gamble, and you know how to cry, then you will get $4,000 plus on top of it. But as it has turned out, Carrot is still sitting on the same stool talking about Marwa. Max is still sitting in the same place talking about Marwa. Look at all of them. The same place they have been sitting in for the last 3 years talking about Marwa. Percy has moved on. She has got a man who is building a mansion for her. She has one who sends her $4,000. She has one who sends her money to gamble. She just needs to sit there. And she has got one who wants noodles that she can share. Wow. Na hiyo ni maendeleo. So it's very interesting. And why were these women attacking the Kenyan reactors? Because according to them, the Kenyan reactors did not come out in their own channels to condemn Percy. They did not come out in their channels to condemn Percy. They simply went to that live that was done by JT, and each one of them said something or left a comment. What they did is just left a comment, saying that Percy had done something bad, but they didn't go to their channel to condemn Percy. So what they wanted is for each and every one of these YouTubers to go to their channel and make a video condemning the bad things that Percy had done. And because they had not done this, the 2 Nigerian women decided that the Kenyan negative reactors were weak, were hypocritical, had no balls. But of course, what do you expect? This is what you have trained them to do. Granny Coco, White Cosmetic TV, isn't this what you have taught them to do? When they scam people, when they tell lies, what do? You go behind the scenes and tell them to keep quiet about it and not to expose each other, because they have one goal and one goal alone, and that is to dethrone Marwa. So when they start talking badly about each other, the negative reactors go behind the scenes and tell each other to hush it. Hush it, don't talk loudly about it, lest the positive reactors get it and start talking about it. Our job is to dethrone Marwa. Leave the others alone, let them do their own things. And that has been the narrative all this time. Even if you go to the comment section in some of these people's channels, you'll find them telling each other that. And that's also what the subscribers say. Don't attack each other. Our target is Marwa and his family. So because these negative reactors are scared of subscribers, they don't want subscriber backlash. They cannot dare attack Percy in their channels. They cannot dare attack Percy from their channels because subscribers will come for them. You see, these are slaves to subscribers. They do what the subscribers tell them today to do. Like Carrot usually says, we respect our subscribers and we give them what they want. So if Percy has made a mistake, you cannot dare tell her in your channel. Otherwise, they will close the tap of donation. And then you will find yourself with the nothing. And what do you expect? Look at the crowd in the negative reactors lineup. Nairobi teacher. A man who can sleep in the hospital and beg for money. How about Carrot? A woman failure who can do nothing but sit down and talk about somebody she doesn't even know. Do you know by the way, she used to be a Marwa supporter. But when these two Nigerian women invited her to join their camp because there's money, she ran very fast because she was broke at that time. She took the bait. And look at her. After how many years, she only has 10,000 subscribers. Wow, you talk about maendeleo. Look at On Trending. And look at Ernest, a man who suffered jiggers when he was young. Suffered, had no money, was desperate, went to Marwa to open a channel for him. And when it did not work, he landed on Mark Zero's camp because there was money coming in. How about Mad Max? A supposed youth leader who does not do any youth leadership work, but sits there on a stool or in some forest peddling gossip so he can be paid for it. How about Masubo? Another criminal and scammer. Scamming people by telling them that they can get girls for them, and which they are paid for. So look at the ensemble. And then JT, somebody with a vendetta with the David Jr. because David Jr. dated a girl that he loved called Mick Mick. So look at all these people. They are all vultures. People with no stand, people with no principles, people with no backbone. So what do you expect? They will be abused by the Nigerian ladies and they will say nothing. Oh, let's look at the genesis of this anti-Marwa reaction. Because White Cosmetic TV woman said she's the one who brought Marwa reaction to the negative reactors. So they should thank him. They should thank her, sorry, not him. They should thank her for bringing the Marwa reactions to them. They did not know anything about Marwa reaction. It is White Cosmetic TV who brought this reaction to them. Wow. Marwa, do you hear? You were delivered by White Cosmetic TV to the negative reactors. She carried you and handed you over to the negative reactors. Ooh, ain't that funny? So she is the mother of the anti-Marwa reaction, so she should be respected. She should be respected for that. Oh. So the rest of these people are just like cockroaches who just latched onto this reaction against somebody they did not even know because there was money being offered. Look at, for example, Ernest, Masubo, Carrot. What is it that they had against Marwa? If you ask them, they cannot tell you. And I saw that when Ernest was being interviewed by that lady, Journey of 1,000 Voices. Ernest had nothing completely against Marwa. But the fact is, he is jealous and money was being paid so long as you could say something bad about Marwa. And they grabbed the opportunity. They thought they would get rich quick. They have discovered, hey, there is no get rich quick here. There is no get rich quick here. You will struggle every single day of your life. Eh? They don't even know how this thing started. They don't even know the genesis of the hatred between these two women and Marwa's family. They have no idea. You know? That's why a fool like Ernest can sit there on a live and say Marwa should call nyabohanse YouTubers for a meeting. Why would Marwa call nyabohanse YouTubers for a meeting? For what reason? To tell them what? Aren't they the same people who said Marwa did not create YouTube? Did not bring YouTube to nyabohanse? YouTube has always been there. That is Ernest's narrative, and that is Max's narrative, and Masubo, and so many of them. Yet they didn't know about YouTube until Marwa introduced it to people in nyabohanse. And if he introduced YouTube to people in nyabohanse, why should he call a meeting for you? How about other people who are introduced to YouTube in all these towns? All these towns in Kenya, there are people who have been introduced to YouTube. Do you hear people calling meetings to tell them things about YouTube? Problem is nyabohanse people are greedy. They have allowed themselves to be used by greedy people. So deal with your greed, Ernest, and leave Marwa out of your nonsense. In fact, I would not advise Marwa to even call a meeting to discuss anything with this kind of people. These are fools. If you argue with fools, people will not know the difference. Don't even make a mistake of calling a meeting with these people. They don't know the genesis of this problem. This is beef that these women had with D, simply because D disagreed with Wodemaya's wife. What's her name? Trudy. Trudy and D had a disagreement. Wodemaya joined the disagreement to support his wife. Marwa came in to support his sister, which is right. This was beef between these three people. But because Wodemaya is Ghanaian, these women are Nigerians, for some reason, they decided to come for D and Marwa. So when D went to Philippines, they followed her there with nasty comments. And of course, knowing D, she will not keep quiet. She gave it back to them. And then they ganged up and started. And then Marwa joined because he was supporting his sister against these vultures from Nigeria. These women who have been on YouTube for years and they have gained nothing. The only time they started gaining something is when they started talking about Marwa. Go to their channels and check. They were nondescript women. They had zero. So fools like Carrot on trending and others, because money was being offered, they jumped in. What is it that Marwa ever did to you, Carrot, or to you on trending? Nothing. But you see, you follow the money. And that's why a Nigerian will come and abuse you in your own backyard and you'll do nothing. You will do nothing. As for JT, he just bumped into this reaction, discovered money was being given if you said negative things about Marwa. Because how many subscribers do you have? Those subscribers cannot even pay your rent. The money YouTube pays you cannot pay your rent. Even Ernest, even Max, all these people, they depend on donations. The money that people give them every month, even Nairobi teacher. So they just followed the money. They have no stand. They have no backbone. They have no respect for themselves. They are so pathetic. So when I saw JT come out and write something on his community post about 2 old women who are traveling in UK, talking badly to them, I just laughed and said, they own you. They bought you. You have been singing for them. So be careful, because the subscribers will close the tap and you'll find yourself with 0. So you better toe the line and do what your bosses say. Therefore, I agree with this woman. The White Cosmetic TV and the Coco Mama, you are weak. You have no stand. You are greedy. One just needs to dangle money before your eyes and you throw your kinsmen under the bus. That is who you are. So when I asked at the beginning, have you ever agreed with your opponent? My answer is yes. My opponent was right. The Kenyan negative reactors are weak. They have no stand. They are hypocrites. They follow the money. Even the smallest money, they follow it. It's a shame. The men there are not even men. They do not even deserve to be called men. As for the women, I don't even know what name to give them. It's so unfortunate that you can be abused so badly by people who created you because you joined a fight that you did not know anything about. It's a shame, it's a shame, it's a shame to you as a woman, to you as a man, and to your country. Shame on you. Throwing your kinsman under the bus for foreigners you don't even know. Look what they have done. They have thrown you under the bus and abused you. Let's see what you will do if you have the backbone. My dear subscribers, it is interesting how sometimes you just need to sit and God will fight the battle for you. Like this Kenyan lady called, is it called Millie Diambo, or what's the name of that lady who sings? I can't remember. Itiyo talinga-linga. Itiyo talinga-linga, Yesu tiyo talinga-linga. Otiyo talinga-linga, Ruoth tiyo talinga-linga. Tiyo talinga-linga, Yesu tiyo talinga-linga. Otiyo taonge ywe, to aonge weche, Yesu tiyo talinga-linga. That means Jesus just works and I'm just quiet, seated there. I'm at peace. I'm quiet because my Lord is working for me. You know the way it says, be still and know that I am God. Because God will work for you when you are quiet. You don't even need to lift a finger. He will fight for you. That's exactly what he's doing. Look, he is fighting and we are sitting. So, like Marwa, you say, this is a positive year. We are beginning to see positive, 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 positive. My dear subscribers, if you're here, it means you have reached the end of this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and share it. And may God bless you. Thank you, Team Marwa. Thank you, Team Nyalwanga. Till we meet again.